Hey guys, what it is your girl Cadillac. Yes, I am Cadillac Dixon. I'm the Draw My Life prison wife. I'm the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice, hoping to see justice before all fades to black. Yes, it's your girl Cadillac. Anyways, guys, this video here just about didn't even happen. Um, but I'm gonna go through with recording it. Okay. First, before I tell you the story, basically, I want to tell you a little background of my current situation. Um, I don't know. It is 3 o'clock, 3:07 when I press record a.m. on January the 11th, 2023. We made it to a new year, and I went into New Year's not even feeling like down or upset. When I did review my YouTube channel, I do have vlogmases from 2021 and 2020 when I got back on YouTube. And I each year go into New Year's depressed because nothing has changed. In no way, possibly that I see has my life progress forward. Completely on standstill. It doesn't matter how much it feels like in my life, no matter how much I do the right thing, I don't reciprocate um, the payoff from it. So it really feels like all my work is in vain, which possibly that could be the truth. Um, but I usually shake it off and whatever. This year, I went into 2023 like, whatever, I'm neutral. I don't really expect too much to happen this year. I expect it to go through the year being about the same. No breakthroughs, no. And this is where people say I'm negative. But I'm so sorry, guys. I've been through a long a storm of 2 decades plus, and I've never seen a change come out. So at this point, I mean, you can be strong, but I'm only so strong. You know what I mean? And I've been so ultra strong that now I feel like I'm actually weak because I'm revealing who I really am. I played a strong exterior. Like I said, back in the day, I'm not a superhero, but I play one on CD. So I was a rapper, and then I had a character called Super Rapping Woman, right? That came out of one of my verses. So I'm starting to now feel those New Year blues. um, it sucks. I really cannot understand why I am still stuck. I feel like every area of my life is stuck. Y'all know this impossible situation with Marcello. I've just about accepted it. I haven't fully accepted it because once I fully accept it, I can let it go and move forward because I know that it's a dead situation. But there's one piece of hope. There's one small droplet of hope within this huge ocean of it ain't gonna happen. There's one small droplet of hope that keeps me holding on. How do I keep holding on, girl? Because that one droplet is there. So I'm in a point where I'm like, no part of my life is like seeing that abundance. Not really in health. I have so much. I'm not horrible off. I know there's people worse, but I'm not good off either. I'm dealing with too many different health issues. Um, and that was my jaw just popping from my TMJ. Um, Financially, I'm broke as a joke. I'm worse off than I was 20 years ago, which is how I don't understand when you're a 20-year-old girl just starting out. How are you worse off than you were at 20 when you're 40, almost 41, almost 42? But I am. Okay. And career wise, I don't care what knowledge, what hard work, what effort, what degrees, what certificates, whatever I put under my belt. I always am stuck to a 9 to 5. 9 to 5 is the only, absolute only thing that has ever paid any bill in my life. So tonight I really got irritated, like overly irritated, because I'm still at this job. I feel like I'm stuck. And it's a small droplet of hope that something that I've done is gonna take off and I can finally leave this rat race. But it never happens. I literally yesterday scrolled through my YouTube. It was so freaking pathetic to see that I have as many videos as I have, and to see just how far away from whatever that, making money from doing this, I am. That means my best try, my hardest try, my all, putting my all in is not good enough. Go ahead, say I'm negative. So I got off of work and I felt really okay. First of all, the people that I work with, I don't see that, like, you know how you get to know your coworkers somewhat. A lot of them are trying to do certain things, but I don't see anybody in the freaking David and Goliath type battle that I'm in. Like, a lot of them already have their families, so you don't have to fight for your family if you already have it. They have husbands. You don't have to fight for a husband if you already have them. Um, they're able to work without all the freaking health issues I go through. So you don't have to work through injuries if you don't have them. Um, None of them, well, there's one guy that's really creative, but none of them are the artists that I am. Um, which is not to say that I'm above anybody, but they don't have that as a talent, right? So if you don't have that art and that creativity, it doesn't matter if you ever make it as an artist, right? Because you're not an artist. Um, but for artists to be stuck in the identity of, which I was born to be an entrepreneur, but I'm stuck as an employee. So they don't have that battle. So they're strictly just living life. And I truly envy people like that. And I hate to use that word, but maybe there's a better word, but I wish I could be that person that could just casually freaking live and not be in the fight of their life for everything. So, mind you, none of them are really like grinding on I mean, unless they are and they just ain't told a soul, they're not grinding on the back burner and then working. They're literally working, going home to kids, going home to family, whatever they're doing. But they're not doing what I'm doing. They're not all day, every day posting freaking videos. They're not always every day writing in notes. They're not always every day racking their brains on. So I go to work. It is so freaking slow. Like I told you, I do have a supervisor that she means well, but she makes it much harder for me to survive at work. Y'all know I'm just barely trying to stay afloat because I am injured and barely can work anyway. So I told y'all how that person's the only one that puts me in that kitchen, which kitchen is one of the things that hurts me like heck. But I can't scream every time I'm in pain because then I won't have a job. Gosh. So I suffer in silence. But she, most times, I'm no, putting me in those places that causes me more pain due to trying to help others out. I'm the looked over, the leftover. I used to say that God made me from all his scraps. That's why my life is such a mess because after he made everybody else, I was made out of the leftovers, all the pieces that nobody wanted. But, that's me and my negativity. But so I go to work and literally the supervisor is asking every single soul if they want to go home early. I literally don't want to work as much as I have. I have to work because I have these stupid disabilities and also my eye is rupturing. It felt like it was rupturing yesterday because it felt like skin was pulling back and forth. Not the skin on my eyelid, the skin on my eye. Felt like it was pulling back and forth. And like the doctor explained what I would feel when my cornea does rupture. I don't see anything out that eye anyway. But I'm like, oh God, please don't let this be the time that this eye is finna go. Okay, so because of those reasons, I cannot help. I have to keep health insurance. Because the minute I let my health insurance go, that will be when my eye ruptures. Because that's how my life plays out. It always plays out like that. Gosh, I don't understand why. But that's how it plays out. So I have to keep the health insurance. To get the health insurance, I have to work full time. To work full time means I am full time taken away from my art and my passions. So I'm torn versus what I want to do versus what I have to do. So everybody knows I don't ever want to be there. I come in, I work, and I try to get through it. If you ask me to go home, baby, I'm ready to go home as soon as I walk through that door. So she literally asks every single person, do they want to go home? And specifically doesn't ask me. So they already have all their set up times to go home. And then she's about to send the last person home. But once she sends them home, I won't even get a lunch break because there's nobody to cover me. It's okay. I'm nobody's favorite person. I know that. I know that. I get it. It's okay. I was the child that was bullied. I was the outcast. I was the black sheep. I was Scarface. I was made fun of. I was thrown rocks at. I was not the favorite in the household. I was the oldest. Besides my sister that moved off, I got in trouble for everything that everyone did. I did something, I got in trouble. If the kids younger than me did something, I got in trouble. So I just felt like I was nobody's favorite person. Always looked over, always left out, always pushed aside, always people trying to get over on me, always people using me. And a lot of times I only dealt with it because I wanted some type of love from somebody. This is just being honest. But most people are going to mark this as negative, so that's cool. I understand that. So I'm nobody's favorite person. So I'm like, am I gonna go to break? Like, I'm knocking down 40. I cannot be missing meals. I barely get a breakfast. When I wait all day like that to eat, which basically the next person didn't come in till 5 p.m. So I ate breakfast at like 9, rushed in the door, um, and I'm literally not gonna go to lunch till 5 p.m. because you sent every single person home. Yes, I did want to go home, but you sent everyone home but me. And then also you're about to send the last person to where I can't even take a lunch because this happened last week too, right? This is not just one instance. It always happens to me, which I'm used to that. But I am learning I have to speak up for myself. I cannot lay down and be the doormat that I always am. So I'm like, I need to go to lunch. Is she about to go home? Um, I haven't ate. Oh yeah, yeah, you need to eat. So everyone goes home. I go to lunch. I come back. It's super slow. I drag myself through the day. I was able to take my notes. Let me show you. These, I wrote it on the paper to wrap up the sandwiches. Kind of remind me when I was working at Walmart and I used to write all my song lyrics and ideas and stuff on receipt paper, right? So I was working on that. I'm like, okay, so I'm cooped up here. I can at least start working on my video, the part two to that worst relationship ever in life. He literally was the devil that came in human form, low down, dirty shame. Yes, he was. Um, Hopefully God has changed him and he's not that person anymore. But I was gonna work on part two, but where I left off was when he stole my car. He was on substances and he stole my car. So I said before I get into this, because I don't want to tell the story over and over and over. I've been holding on to the story, not really trying to focus in on getting Marcello free, but God dog it, that ish. So I said, before I tell this story, I need to go in depth and I need to actually, instead of trying to mentally just tell you the story, I need to write each issue down. So I did that. I left work. I got off at 6. By the time I changed out of my uniform, they have a laundry room where you leave your uniform there. I changed into my clothes and got ready to leave. And before I can even get off of property, it was already knocking down 7. By the time I got home, it was already 7:30. I stopped for coffee. We're almost at 8. I get home and I talk to Marcello and it's 9 p.m. And I'm like, I literally, another day of my life has been wasted, totally consumed in a 9 to 5. So I was going to get off and rush home and, try to get myself together a little bit and then tell my story time. I was like, no, why? Why do that? Just so 5 people can watch it? You kidding yourself if you ever think you're going to be a YouTuber. Look at your track record. I got over 3,000 and something videos. And baby, every time I check those analytics, it's just a study. It's a steady growth like this. I'm growing so slow that I'll probably be gone before it takes off. It's moving too slow. And for a person that is really meant to be a YouTuber, it doesn't move that slow for them. I've seen people do a couple videos and their channel just takes off. I've seen, so this really means that it's not for me, and it's me again trying to be something that I'm not. I cannot be a YouTuber if the results are not showing that. It's people that literally picked this up this year and they completely surpass. And it's not that I just want to be a freaking YouTuber. I just want to break this darn story so I can be free from this wrongful conviction. So I go home and I'm like, you know what? There's no purpose in doing any of this. I do all this for nothing. I've never gotten closer to that goal. I mean, I inch closer this much. But by the time we get there, like I said, he'll be free. So in all it's pointless, you know. So I go to sleep, I lay down, like whatever. I don't want to do anything. I lay down a lot when I get depressed. And I've been fighting going into depression, but I'm about to say heck with it. Heck with it. So I can't stop it. It's like going over a waterfall that you cannot stop your boat from going over. So I went to sleep and I was like, I'm not going to wake up until, Lord willing, I wake up. I'm not going to wake up until it's time to go back to work. I literally want to put myself back into that just going through the motions in life type thing. True depression for me has been that last time I dealt with deep dark depression was in 2009. And I literally just went through the motions. If I didn't have to get out of bed, I didn't get out of bed. If I didn't have to comb my hair, I'm not going to comb my hair. On my clothing attire, I'm just picking a shirt and a pants. We're not caring how it looks. We don't care how it, because I don't know. So I lay down and I go to sleep. And my intentions was not to get up until I put on my second skin, my uniform, and head back to my life's purpose, that 9 to 5. All of a sudden, I was abruptly waking up out of my sleep. I was in a nightmare. I don't dream because I'm too freaking tired to dream. I don't even think I go into REM sleep because I get so little sleep, so I don't dream. But this was a nightmare. And I couldn't have been in REM sleep because I had only been asleep for about an hour, right? Because I thought I would sleep forever. But when I wake up, it literally, by the time I finally fell asleep, it was 11 something p.m. And by the time I woke up, it was like 12:15. So I woke up out of my sleep, turned the light on. I'm like, I don't want to fall back to sleep and have another nightmare. Like, I don't even dream. So the minute I dream, I gotta have a nightmare. So I get up, finish working on my notes, and so I might as well go ahead and record this video. Even if it is just for the heck of it. Yes. And me and Marcello had a discussion tonight. He's like, you still gonna marry me? And I'm like, yeah, you're the man that that's my husband. I love him more than anything. The one man, he's my one soulmate, right? And with him, I have to understand that he doesn't come with freedom. So to marry him is to know that he's not free, and he will not be free no time soon. judging by how things are going so slowly like that. So he won't be free no time soon. So I have to know that I am marrying a man with no freedom. But even with that, that is my soulmate. It's a joy to still be able to marry the soul, your soulmate, the one you love in spite of everything, in spite of freedom. Your husband, would you love him the same if he didn't have his freedom? Could you really say that? I could say that, but could you say that? So, anyways, I'm gonna upload this. I am gonna go to sleep because it's knocking down 4 a.m. and I have that purpose of mine in a few hours to go to work, that 9 to 5 shift that I cannot get off, no matter how I try, no matter how many degrees, certificates, inventions, ideas, hard work, dedication, stuck on the 9 to 5 shift. And that's very much how society intended it. It's so many people, like I thought tonight, I'm like, I can't change the hurt and the disappointment of my life, but I couldn't imagine another person going through this disappointment. And I would hope that they never, ever, ever have to feel like this. My hope is that you achieve every dream that you've ever had, that you work hard for, that you do get the pay that you've worked for. My dream is that that person, when you meet that one person that makes you want to get up in the morning, my dream is that you will be able to actually be with that person. Anyways, I'm going to be bringing you that video tomorrow. And well, in the morning, I would hope to get up before I go to work and record it so you can upload at work. All right, guys. It's your girl Cadillac.